Welcome back to this edition of Inside Leesburg. Maggie Lyden joined the city in 2023 as the Special Events Manager. Since then, she's hosted a number of events for the city, including Bikefest 2024. She joins us now in the studio. Thanks so much for joining us, Maggie.
Thank you for having me.
So first, tell us about how you got here. How did your career lead you to this role?
My career in events began in 2005 with Cox Media Group. Went through various different experiences from there to JVC Broadcasting to iHeartMedia, and it was actually a client of mine when I was working at iHeartMedia that made me aware of the opportunity, and so I checked it out, and the rest is history.
Tell us a little bit about the Special Events Department. How many staffers are there, and what do they do?
So the event department was created specifically in 2023 in October. I joined when the partnership dissolved. There was a hole that needed to be filled for those community events. So it is myself. It consists of myself and my assistant Miguel, who is our special events coordinator, and that is it.
Wow. That's a lot of work for two people.
Yes, but we're very efficient. We get the job done. We also utilize resources from our Parks and Recreation Department as well. We bring those in for larger events.
Great, great. Which events of the partnerships did you keep, and how did you make those decisions?
So an obvious one that we kept was Bikefest. It didn't make sense to not carry that on with all of the revenue that it brings in for the community. We also are continuing to handle the 4th of July event, our Star Spangled Spectacular at Ski Beach, and carrying on with the Christmas parade tradition.
Great, great. So 2024 was the first full year for the Special Events Department. How do you think that went, and what lessons are you taking into 2025?
I think it went great. We had the opportunity to create some new and exciting events in the downtown area. Some of the highlights, in addition to Bikefest, was an event that we did called Blooms and Brews. It's a stroll through downtown where attendees can register for free. They follow a map and they go to all the participating locations and they get a sample and a flower. And so by the end of the stroll, you have a big bouquet of flowers, and you've had samples from all of our downtown locations. We got tremendous feedback from that event, so looking forward to doing that again. In addition, our Pancake Palooza and Flapjack 5K was a great success. Again, it was just something unique and different that nobody's doing. So we did a big brunch fest. We kicked it off with a 5K so people could really earn those carbs, and had a festival afterwards with live music and tons of different pancakes.
Yeah, yeah. You touched on the feedback of your Blooms event. What other kind of feedback did you get from residents last year?
So we do an event called Discover Leesburg every second Friday of the month, and numerous times I have people come up to me on site and thank me for doing the events. It's being very well received. They're excited about the new things that are happening in the community, and it's just wonderful to get that feedback.
One of the highlights that I've heard a lot about in 2024 events was the Trick or Treat on Main Street. Tell me a little bit about that.
Trick or Treat on Main Street was insane.
Oh, yeah.
There were so many kids, so many people that came out for this event. We did it as a stroll. Well, we started at Town Square. We had our sponsors set up there, and that would kind of be the first stop that kids would go to. They'd get their map. They'd go to the different business locations. We had we had over 30 downtown businesses participate with that event. We had to restock candy multiple times. And when I say restock, we had to go out and buy more candy multiple times throughout that event. It was incredibly successful. We can't wait to do it again next year.
Yeah.
Well, this year.
Yeah. So Bikefest is right around the corner, and y'all just announced the headliners.
Yes, we did.
So we're looking at Dirty Honey with special guest Jasmine Kane
Correct.
On Friday, Fuel and Lit on Saturday, and the Marshall Tucker Band on Sunday.
That is correct.
Can you tell me how you make those calls?
So I like to incorporate a little bit of everything with Bikefest. Essentially, it's rock. So I'm very excited about having a double headliner, two, relevant early 2000s rock bands. Friday is going to be more of a southern rock kind of vibe with Dirty Honey. They're a newer band, but still they just really, really fit that genre of music, and I think it's going to be very exciting. And then Marshall Tucker Band, I mean, everybody knows Marshall Tucker Band. It's a classic, so looking forward to incorporating a little bit more of a country, southern feel for that Sunday.
Right, right. Overall, how is Bikefest prep going?
So Bikefest prep is going fantastic. We are right on schedule, if not ahead of schedule, versus the first year I did it last year. I only had 4 months to really plan. So we were very limited with a lot of things that we could secure and a lot of things we could do, and bands that we had the options of securing. So it's been great this year that I've had time to really think about things and reach out and make connections. And so this year, we're going to be expanding a little bit with the footprint. We're incorporating more alternate entertainment, with more death-defying stunts and motorcycle demos and things like that. It's going to be very exciting. So keep watching the website for more info.
Yeah. Is there anything new that you'd like to share with us now?
So we are bringing back the Wall of Death. So a lot of people are excited about that. And we're going to be incorporating a pro wrestling aspect into the event as well.
So new year, do we have any new events coming in 2025?
So a new partnership that we created is with Major League Fishing, and we are hosting the fan experience for the Bass Pro Tour that is taking place at Ski Beach Park on February 15th and 16th. And so we're really looking forward to that. We're incorporating, while they're doing their watch party, kind of like a little seafood festival. We've got some seafood vendors. We've got 96.9 The Game is going to be on site with Brandon Kravitz doing a live broadcast. We're also going to have Taco Bob from WJRR there, meeting people, and some live music.
Wow. Yep. All right. All right. We also have some questions from our viewers for you. We got more than one question about the Mardi Gras event. So when it was under the partnership, it was a month-long fundraiser that culminated in a festival with parades for the family. There was a pep parade, a kids parade, all these kind of things. Is that something that, are there any plans to revive it? Is there any considerations there for that event?
So we are not doing a Mardi Gras event, and as you had mentioned, that was a fundraiser event, so the city doesn't do fundraiser events like that. If there are any organizations that would like to do that event as a fundraiser, I strongly encourage that, but the city itself doesn't have plans to do that.
Yeah. The Christmas stroll was another event that we were asked about. During this annual event, shops were open late. People could walk and shop while snow fell. There was entertainment and Santa. It was fun for the whole family. Is that something the city is considering bringing back?
So the city currently does 3 Christmas events. And in regard to the stroll, I have met with the Downtown Leesburg Business Association and talked to them about some different ideas and how that could really benefit them to handle and make it more of a stroll where they promote it as going into different businesses to enjoy little treats and goodies and things like that and really focus on the downtown businesses. So definitely am able to offer up support for that if they decide to move forward with that.
Great. Maggie, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. We hope you enjoyed this edition of Inside Leesburg. Keep up with the Special Events Department on Facebook at leesburgflorida.gov or text Leesburg Events to 91896 for text notifications on special events. And for Bikefest news, visit leesburgbikefest.com or keep an eye on the official Leesburg Bikefest Facebook page. Until next time, I'm Katie Sartoris. Get outdoors and enjoy this beautiful place we all call home.